Hi everyone, welcome back to SlipTwpKnit. My name is Shelby and I come to you from Shelby Township, Michigan, which is where I do my knitting. If you're new here, thank you for tuning in and giving me a chance. And if you're a returning viewer, welcome back and thank you again. I really appreciate it. For those of you who are new here, and I do this in every single episode, except last episode, but for, I think, for 25 out of the last 26 episodes, I have given a little intro to the channel. So like I said, my name is Shelby. I'm from Shelby Township. The local nickname for this place is Shelby Twp or the Twipp. So of all the girls in the 1990s that lived here that were also named Shelby, I was the only one who decided that I should be Shelby from the Twipp on my social media. And I wanted to incorporate that Twipp into my podcast name, which is how I got SlipTwpKnit, to play on slip knit, which is a decreased stitch in knitting. For those of you who don't knit, mostly if my cousins are watching, that's why they don't knit. And apparently my cousins do watch. So pretty short episode in the scheme of things. I'm recording this on my lunch break, as I do, and I'm here in Michigan. It is December 30th that I am recording this, so this won't be going live until I think the 6th, which is a Wednesday, which should be a Wednesday. I don't know. Whatever next Wednesday is, this is going up. So just wanted to do a brief video update to talk about my current project and what's going on with all that. You know, we're heading into a new year and some exciting stuff is coming up for me because I think I've said in the last 2 episodes, I'm not knitting any socks in 2021, so I need to focus on other things that aren't socks. And socks are my favorite thing to knit, so we're gonna see how that goes. It might be more of a challenge than I realize. I don't want it to be a challenge. I hope it's not a challenge, but it may be. So it's Michigan. It's December 30th. We had snow and then we had rain, so the snow's gone. And also it's very blustery and gloomy and gray outside, and it was very dark in this room without my overhead light on, and I'm not very happy with the lighting right now, but it's better than being completely in the dark. So I wanted to go ahead and share with you my WIP, which you saw last week. If you are a returning viewer, you would have seen with my last episode, but these are my 2 at a time socks. The pattern is called Carole's Picot Edge Socks. I believe the pattern designer's name was Carole Julius. It'll be like roughly here when I edit and upload, so if it's Carole Julius, you'll know. The yarn is stitched together in the color Lawn Ornament. My friend Marissa bought me this yarn when she went to Milwaukee earlier this year, and it's a really pretty pink color with magenta and oranges and a little bit of green. So, you know, lawn flamingos, and I really like it. This is my first time doing it in a 2 at a time sock, which I've never done before. These are Magic Loop. I have them on my ChiaoGoo Red Lace US 0, and yeah, as you can tell, there is a Picot edge on the cuff, which is why I consulted the pattern I did. The pattern for Carole's Picot Edge socks is for free on Ravelry. So if you would like some Picot Edge socks, I recommend you go to Ravelry, to Carole's page, to find them. So really easy, really easy. I only really used the pattern for the Picot Edge because I wanted to know I was doing it right the first time. And then I'm just kind of, I don't want to say I'm fudging the socks, but I'm basically fudging the socks because I've knit a few in my time. And as you can see, last time I was probably about here. I had really only just started them, And then since I have turned the heels, I did a heel flap and gusset, and I have completed the gusset as well with where I am with these. As far as anything else, I've shared this before when I've done other sock patterns, but my heel flap and gusset, I do 3 stitches of garter stitch on each end of my heel. I just feel like it makes it easier to pick up the stitches when I'm going back to do the stitches for the gusset. And then this was my first time too that I turned the heel from memory. I didn't consult a pattern to remember how much I how many stitches I should knit before starting my decreases. So that was kind of fun. Today's December 30th, as I said a little earlier, and I have to finish these by midnight on the 1st because I'm not knitting any socks in 2021. I'm actually quite excited about it. I want to knit other things than socks. I feel like I want to knit other things than socks, but if I have a pair of socks on the needles, my attention span just disappears and I focus on those socks. Socks are just my favorite thing to knit apparently right now, but I've decided that I'm going to be an other things knitter in whatever year's coming up. I think that's really it in the scheme of things. I didn't do a whole lot of stuff. That's it. A couple things that I know I need to work on. My half moon oracle. That's one thing I need to do. And then I need to, yeah. And then I got a couple languishing whips that, being socks, they have to wait until 2022. So that's what's gonna happen. If I don't have these finished by midnight on the 1st, they're gonna turn into a pumpkin. They're gonna turn back into a pumpkin. And they're just gonna sit on a shelf until 2022. So I can do it. I'm nervous about knitting aggressively. I feel like those teeny tiny needles, they just kind of hurt my hands for some reason. And that's part of why I wanted to knit other things. I did want to knit other things to begin with, but I feel like the teeny tiny needles for the socks are just hurting my hands, and I don't enjoy that very much. So yeah, that's really about it as far as my whips go. I think I talked about the weather already. There's really not very much that's going on that's very exciting over here right now. Well, I actually apparently don't have very much else to talk about. So I'm just gonna sign off now. Just keep this short, keep it sweet, and hopefully next time you'll see a little bit more of me, a little more from me. Hopefully I will have a finished pair of socks and then maybe a shawl in the works or something. So, cause that'll be when this episode's gonna go up in the new year, and then the next episode after that is gonna be recorded in the new year. So by the time I'm filming next episode, there will be no socks. It will be only other things. So that's what I'm gonna sign off with. If you want to comment below, please do. I did not think of a prompt today, so I suppose if you just want to leave a comment below, you can say Happy New Year, and I will say Happy New Year back. Thank you everybody for taking the time to watch today. I really appreciate it. My next episode hopefully will have a little bit more to it. Thank you and have a nice day. Happy knitting. Bye.